Thoth, the God of wisdom, guides my path through the desert of my soul. The sands of time shift and swirl as I search for truth and meaning. Marked by the eye of Horus, I see the secrets of ancient Egypt. The pyramids hold the key to unlocking my inner power. I am a mystic, a shaman of the unknown. I dance between worlds, I am not alone. With every step I awaken my soul and embrace the power within me. I dive deep into the unknown and discover my true purpose. The spirits of my ancestors guide my way as I journey through the stars. I am connected to all that is, and my heart sings with all belong.
Hello there, we got Steve Garcia and Kyle Nelson up here. Took me a while, man. There was so much. It took me all day. It took me all day to do these two. These two are like so similar, okay? In a weird way. Here they are. Kyle Nelson, Canada. Steve Garcia, U.S., New Mexico. Kyle Nelson. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, fighting record, fighting history. So there's a couple losses here, and then win. Okay. Garcia has win, loss. What is this? All right. He lost to a counter, right? How long ago? 2 years ago? A little over 2 years ago? Steve Garcia lost to a counter, right? Kyle Nelson lost to decision. But before that, right cross. Steve Garcia's got pretty good right cross. You know, he's got some hands. 7 seconds into the third round. So whoever this was, let's see. Okay. Yeah, alright. Here's some ideas. Just something to think about, I don't know. If you follow me, you follow me. You can always pause the video, remember? So here we are with the information you're looking for. Kyle Nelson, April 20th, 1991. Steve Garcia, May 22nd, 1992. Canada, New Mexico. 5'11", 71-inch reach. 6 foot, 73-inch reach. So Garcia's got the reach. I think Kyle Nelson wins though, because he's got the kicks. And he's a Taurus. And Taurus is the 12th house enemy of Gemini. Hidden enemy. This is like your weakness. Gemini's weakness is Taurus, essentially. Unless he has Taurus placements. Makes me wonder. We'll have to look at his astrology. Kyle Nelson on the left here is the Ace of Diamonds. They're both in their Mars period, by the way. Changeability may be a bit out of control. Could precipitate arguments with some male that could force some male to... Whoa, I repeated myself. Did you see that? With some male that could force some male that could force some unwanted changes. I don't know if that's properly worded, but anyways, restlessness will be stronger than usual and cause decisions that either threaten relationships or security in some way. Changes in travel related to work can be a move to a new location. A lot of restlessness now that stimulates travel and perhaps even move or change of jobs. Personal relationships may suffer. On the right, Steve Garcia's got jealousies or misunderstandings between him and loved ones are likely. Caution when dealing with men, may be inclined to leave behind undesirable situations and move on to greener pastures. Laziness combined with disappointment in other areas may prompt an exit or make him impatient with the problems present. Stick with it to overcome financial challenge from an investment, payment, or loss. Aggressive nature and impatience could have played a major role. That sounds familiar. You know who that sounds like? That sounds like Igor right now. Could turn adversity into unexpected prosperity, though. Who do I give it to on this first birth card side here? Threatened relationships, security in some way, changes to travel related, move to a new location, a lot of restlessness now that stimulates travel, perhaps even more change of jobs. I mean, his sounded bad until this last little point. His sounded like a little issues, a little challenging, a little rough, but this one sounds a lot more. Because we're with some male that could force some male. Like, what? Let's just role play this out. I'm not saying this is true, but let's role play this out in my imagination land, okay? Like South Park, okay? So let's role play out that Dana White is some male that forces some male who starred Steve Garcia that could force some unwanted changes, right? So like he's like, yo, I need you to fight this fight. Steve Garcia, I'll pay you. And he talked him into it. And Steve Garcia is like, dude, I'm going through some stuff, but you know, I could turn adversity into unexpected prosperity, right? And then what do we have down here for Kyle Nelson? Because he's like, I need my fights. I'm going through it up the rankings. He's focused. He's looking past Steve Garcia. He's talked about that. Personal relationships may suffer from this. Move or change of jobs. So he's probably in Canada a lot working, and he may change to a different gym and win or something. I don't know, dude. All right, so we're moving on. I think I'm going to give it to Kyle Nelson on that one. So we're 1-0 right now. 3 of Cups or 5 of Hearts is Kyle Nelson. Now, yeah, some people have 2 cards, and it's sometimes they're and, sometimes they're and or, and sometimes they're just or. So he's an or, which means he can be a 3 clubs or a 5 of hearts. It's up to him and what's going on in his life. So depending on the circumstance, one or the other is accurate. Right now, may run into his own debts at this time. Reflection of own value system. Take heed. This is Kyle Nelson. Honesty is the best policy. May have to make good and on all promises he makes. Don't let fear of failure cause him to procrastinate on financial deals that were started earlier. He's not doing that. They are his best bet. Combine aggressiveness with love for maximum benefits. Aggressive pursuit of social popularity can bring success, guaranteed that he will overcome and that the result will be a positive one. Success in karmic debts will further strengthen financial karmic balance. Or, here's the or for the 5 of hearts. Sacrifice card could easily find himself doing things he don't usually do. May decide to give up some cherished desire or passion for a higher reason or truth. Gives master over emotions and passion and encourages to upgrade actions towards higher and more selfless pursuits. Could bring a difficult lawsuit or problem dealing with a man or group of men. Headstrong or recklessness can bring troubles in work and health. Adopting a more universal attitude may find great success. Okay. Tauruses can be stubborn. Steve Garcia over here is King of Spades or Eight of Diamonds. Yeah, this could be involvement in secret work or investigative work, desire to delve into the inner mysteries of life, has all the drive and ambition he needs to excel at anything he does, might find many answers to his problems by applying a spiritual approach. Caution of overdoing things, excessiveness can be dangerous. Jealousies or misunderstanding between him and loved ones, caution is advised. When relating to men in business and personally, may be inclined to leave behind undesirable situations and move on to greener pastures. Laziness combined with disappointment in others may prompt such an exit or make him impatient with the problem, stick with it to overcome. Or gift of charm and power among groups. Dynamic, aggressive charm will contribute to success in social and business endeavors during this period. Happy and successful time could be involvement in secret work or investigative work. Desire to delve into the inner mysteries of life, has all the drive and ambition he needs to excel at anything he does. Might find many answers to his problems by applying a spiritual approach. Caution of overdoing things. Excessiveness can be dangerous. So he can get run out of gas trying to put out Kyle Nelson while Kyle Nelson's taking it, blocking, kicking and whatnot, kicking the legs. And he keeps pushing into it, getting kicked in the leg, kicked in the side. Excessively can push can be dangerous. Excessiveness can be dangerous. I'm giving it to Kyle Nelson again. I'm giving it to him again. 2-0. We got 2-0 here. Long range. Let's go, Kyle. While have a strong desire to learn about love and intimate relationships and friendships, mind is involved with heart matters. Thus, may expect many changes in romantic areas. Long range is over the entire year. General energy or like atmosphere or what's going on in his life for Kyle Nelson will likely be the cause of many different experiences with love in his 33 year of planet Earth. And friendships, players card. So he can be a player, crossroads of love, maybe. And this is a hypothetical. None of this is 100% accurately true. Remember that? Doesn't mean he is being a player. It just means he could be. He could use that flirty energy with his wife. He has her, and only to be a player with his wife and only his wife. I don't know. It's just an energy thing. It is his indecision or uncertainty about commitment that is at the root of his worries. Will learn some valuable lessons about money and its role in his life. Will be confronted with inner attitudes about money and your own personal prosperity. Great material success once he adopts an inner attitude of prosperity and gratitude. Could have a direct and powerful experience of being provided for and taken care of by the universe. Under this auspicious spiritual time, millionaire's card. Learning that prosperity is a state of mind and that gratitude attracts wealth, or whatever condition he started, his last birthday will tend to sustain karma. Karma card. There we go. Of finances. Karma card finances. Any imbalances in his financial picture will be evened out. Could be paying off existing debt, paying or repaid money from earlier debts. Wise to be totally responsible. Dishonest dealings are likely to receive immediate payback. Could get well ahead by always doing more than he was paid for in all his business and dealings, financial dealings. Could mark a year in which he finds a deeper purpose for his life and work. Your focus on financial responsibility, balancing of accounts, compromise for balance in financial affairs, open to discovering a special and higher purpose for his life. Well, that was a lot. Alright, so Steve Garcia over here on his long range for the entire year, 32 years old, is strong desire for money will be one of the major influences in his life. Decided to get serious about his financial condition and do something about it. Could signal the beginning of a new financial enterprise or new job. Keep a balance between obtaining abundance and other parts of his life. birth of a new value in his life. Some new things have come into his awareness that he thinks are important enough to attain. Desire to attain them will motivate him into new actions of many kinds. Motivated by the desire for money and new businesses or business and financial endeavors, management of a business and financial successes in almost any business or other endeavor may have expensive tastes or desires. Year of achieving financial success in a business or in service to others, or like to have a lot of it on his mind, active mind, full of ideas, ways of doing things. Crossroads of mental focus and future path in life. Good time for creative expressions or solutions. Challenging year of juggling the evolutionary time for his mind. Man, who do I give it to here? I think I'm going to give it to Steve on this one. Okay. Let's go to displacement. Kyle, let's see, displacement. Likely a year of hard work, one in which he may have some difficult choices between his work, and time spent at home and with family. Opportunity to accomplish a great deal. Takes on so many projects that he feels as if he doesn't work. All he does is work. Remember what I said about this? Didn't I do a review about this? Didn't I do a review about this? Work, Mark? Didn't I talk about this, Mark? Work. Yeah, it could be too much at times. Has to deal with this and spend more energy than might have expected. Will receive many rewards for his efforts this year and achieve some of the dreams he has been waiting for. Will likely work very hard for it and will be worth the effort. Will work hard and attain many results. Power to make some real progress in his life. May surprise himself with what he can do. Power and its use in his life may become an issue that needs to address as well. May be tempted to abuse it or meet up with others who do so at his expense. Sounds like Steve Garcia. These two are gonna bang. Battle over control with others could be the deciding factor on his success or failure during his interesting time. Or likely to face some of his own emotional insecurity and learn to allow others in his life and have more freedom from his emotional manipulation. Needs to recognize his fears and attachments and decide to make an effort toward letting go of his need to make those he loves behave in a certain manner. Spiritual cycle. Things on external level may seem to be difficult, and this would especially hold true in his personal relationships. Year of letting go for him, and one in which he is likely to make a sacrifice of some personal desires for something higher in nature. Perhaps something that will benefit others in his life will lead to a place of more inner peace and of truly loving relationships. Okay. Steve Garcia has dissatisfaction with love, life, or family home situation. Could prompt some changes during this period. Displacement is the like dark challenges, energies coming at you and messing with you and making you grow and evolve. So that's what displacement is, and it's over the entire year. So he has dissatisfaction with that stuff. Situation could prompt some changes during this period. May even get the urge to travel or move to a new home. Personal or romantic freedom may be desired but hard to achieve. Change, but also of dissatisfaction with what he already has. Could very well be that his personal freedom is at stake, that he must pay closer attention to the things that make him happy in order to achieve it. Has to pay more attention to these areas and has to put in more effort than expected to get them right. To go right, family and social life is abundantly taxing his energies or taxing his energies this year, or require more of his attention in order to maintain good conditions in relationships. So I'm giving it back to Kyle Nelson. So Steve Garcia is 1. Kyle Nelson is what, 4? All right, Pluto. Likely here on the left, Kyle Nelson's likely to be a time of variety and experimentation in his love life and social life. Some sort of decision is to how to handle this could be the major challenge for him. Meeting new and interesting people, of learning to express feelings more clearly to everyone that is special to him. Likely that he will be learning lessons of cooperation and compromise, perhaps in the context of a working partnership, a living partner, or a friend. Maybe someone who has skills, abilities, or other assets that he needs to pull off a successful business or project. He needs to try a win-win philosophy for a successful life, work, and create with others in a big way, likely to see this as the next rung on the ladder to his dreams, needs other cooperation and support. Help multiply his efforts, create the harmonious friendships and working relationships by learning to give and receive, or sees a need to get more involved with the public or with his circle of friends to get more involved with the public or with his circle of friends, something important for him to making contact with large numbers of people, and this will be the year that he will make important changes in his life to accomplish just that. May have to make some changes to accomplish this, and it may not be easy at first, but the rewards will be more than worth it. Likely will have to really put in a lot of energy and determination to achieve these goals this year. Goals will cause you to make important changes in himself, transformed by creating more social popularity and public exposure. All right, Steve Garcia, Pluto, strong influence for the setting out of influence. Financial matters, repayment of debts, either dealing with these in a very big way or working on developing a definite sense of good values about his money and debts, can create a situation whereby financial matter remains somewhat static, and this can be challenging when a change is desired. Could actually discover or deepen his connection to an important and meaningful purpose in his life. Could be the signal of the time in his life when he finds something of greater meaning to stand for. Learning the value of truthfulness and fairness in all his financial dealings. Discovering true life's purpose. Achieving financial stability is likely to be a major priority this year. One that will require him to make some changes, deciding what he wants out of life. What is most important to him will be a major theme in accomplishing his goal. May have to focus interests in a more singular direction in order to reap the success desired. May prove to be a challenge at times as well. Creating a sound financial condition transforms him this year. Being very clear about values and goals or helper's card. Challenge to assume a helping role while using full mental capabilities and natural psychic ability to receive inner direction, transformed in his service capacity that deals with knowledge and communications. Learning to love and nurture others by sharing personal truth and intuitive messages. Well, I'm still gonna give it to Kyle Nelson here. Is that 4 then? Excuse me, 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's 4. It's 4-1. That was Pluto. We're on the result. Let's see. Kyle Nelson, year for him to express some of his latent creative energies and to try new things, meet new people, and explore new ways of making money, stimulating him into new directions. Maybe a major transition time, moving from the stability of the past into a certain uncertain future. This can be scary, inner creativity being awakened, and will be very happy and fulfilled. Now, this is not the result of the fight, guys. This is the result of his 33rd year on planet Earth. What is the result of him living on planet Earth on his 33rd year is going to be this. His inner creativity being awakened, and will be very happy and fulfilled, broadening his perspective on values. Complete the year with more than one way of earning money, transformed into a highly creative and successful money person, to diversify, to multiply his rewards, create money success, or must make changes in his behavior in order to maintain successful relationships, likely to succeed, very full and complete love and family life by next birthday. Where Steve Garcia has much of the year's activities and changes will be more powerful in recognition with the public or any large group of people, or people perhaps wanting to be more socially active or need publicly for his business may have to work hard for it. Success in these areas of social is guaranteed by his next birthday. More social success and popularity or public exposure for his work or business. Net result of this year's efforts is likely to be the ending of one or more of his significant relationships, letting go of personal attachments to people. As he lets go of certain people, he will be magically transformed to a higher level of awareness and led to a new beginning in his personal relationships, whereby he will attract new people that are much better for him in this new place that he has arrived in his life. Release old relationships that are no longer serving his highest good, learning to let go without attachment, or likely to be the ending of one or more of his significant relationships. Makes sense that these are coming to an end. Letting go of personal attachments to people, letting go will magically transform him to a higher level of awareness and led to a new beginning in his personal relationships, whereby he will attract new people that are much better for him in a new place that he may arrive at in his life. Release old relationships that no longer are serving his highest good. Learning to love without attachment. I'm just gonna give it to Kyle. I mean, that's what, 5-1? 5-1 Kyle Nelson. I'm strongly leaning on Kyle Nelson now. He has a year of difficult ending with +2, but he's not at the end of his year. His end of his year is in May, and his is in, April, and then his is in May. But Steve has nothing. He has no year special thing or nothing, but he did win this year, so it doesn't mean he'll lose because of that. But this dude has a wish fulfillment. And remember, the last person who had a wish fulfillment was like, there's two people. There was, what's his name? Mr. Neil, or I don't remember. Anyways, he had a wish fulfillment, but it was clear, obvious what his wish fulfillment, or it wasn't obvious what his wish fulfillment could have been, because he was at the end of his career. Where we have Kyle Nelson wish fulfillment, maybe just to get into that top money ranking, main event kind of person, one of the best fighters in the world. That might be his wish fulfillment. You see what I'm saying? So it might not be necessarily a championship like Bilal Muhammad, right? But it may be just to be one of the best in the world. All right. So it looks like he might be ended up in top 15, Kyle Nelson. And you know what? This is going to be a banger, but I think Kyle Nelson's still going to pull it off. We do have a +10 affinity score here for him and a +8 for Steve Garcia. There's a professional affinity score of 38%. We have sub KO, TKO decision, and then the same on the other side, but split decision. I do think those are options, right? Yes, sub, KO, TKO, and whatever we have over here. Oh, no submissions. Okay, so we need to correct that. Steve Garcia does not have a sub. So here you go. Those are the potential proven finishes that they have in the professional level, or the level they're at. So there you go. Let's show you the astrology. Here is Kyle Nelson's. Here is Kyle Nelson's scores. All right, here is Steve Garcia's transits and the scores. All right, social affinity score, or the professional affinity score, how well they get along in a professional atmosphere, or how well they work together. 38%. So it's going to be a banger, weird, typical good fight that we all like, and like, whoa, that was crazy. Fun, I assume. Let's go ahead and jump into the tarot. Let's see what my final decision will be.
All right, I got Dark Crystal here for Kyle Nelson and Epic Tarot for Steve Garcia. With Kyle Nelson, I think he's somewhat of a dark crystal. He's a Taurus, so it's kind of like a dark crystal. And Gemini, Steve Garcia and his epicness, he's epic. All right, so there you go. Okay, well, with Kyle Nelson here, there's a little bit of worry here, but we do have the star here in the energy atmosphere of the fight for Kyle on his side. he does have the energy of a wish fulfillment, star going for him. He has the 10 of gems, though, in reverse in his mental game. It's kind of like selfish abundance. He's in the abundance for himself. His spirituality is even like being a little selfishly not getting spirituality. He's not getting the time, the spiritual, recovery or energies or illumination within him to really be abundant spiritually. So he's stubborn and stuck, and maybe he's like atheist or anti-religion or something. I don't know, or like agnostic or something. I don't know. He has the tower here in his fighting game or his physical aspect. The tower is the letting go or destruction of it, or the ending or the fall of something. Now that doesn't mean he's gonna fail, even though it could be, but I think what it means is he's like letting go of the things that he needs to let go to make successful things happen in his life. I did talk about that in the Destiny cards. The tower is also a letting go of things. Essentially, is the root meaning of the tower card. Upright is a process of letting go of things. If it's in reverse, it would be the process of not letting go of things, and it's going to fall on top of you, and you're going to die. But this one upright means you could be prepared, or might be prepared, or be prepared for a letting go of how you think you should fight, like with the boxing. And make sure you're kicking, Kyle Nelson. If you're not kicking, you're probably gonna lose this fight. Or if you try to box Steve Garcia, you're probably gonna lose this fight. He needs to kick those legs and kick the body and kick the head and move around and get better placements and better timing. Okay. So he needs to let go of his ego and the way he thinks, because he could still lose, right? And nothing's guaranteed in life. He does have the Knight of Gems, though, in his social game. So there is this strong statue of, look at me, I did it. I put in all this hard work, and I made this wonderful gem here for you to cherish, and I cherish, and I'm showing you how pretty it is, and it's high class prestige, well done social atmosphere of himself, and in the abundance. He has the Knight of Shards here in his emotional aspects. So there is some good quality in his heart, but his mind and his soul is kind of like not with it. They're not on that high vibe. They're on the low vibe things. But he does have a wish fulfillment here. So, I mean, it's leaning like it's still going to possibly win, but I don't like his chances as much anymore. Let's shuffle up Steve Garcia and see what he shows. Or what the deck shows, that is. Okay, well, Steve Garcia has the Wheel of Fortune here with the energy or atmosphere of him in the fight. The Wheel of Fortune in this deck is learning from the past cycles and moving from them, because this is a portal of the past and moving away from things that the portal represented. Like, a separation of things, or okay, I'm not going that way again, or I've experienced that, so I'm going to experience something different. That's what the portal is, or the Wheel of Fortune in this deck is. And it's upright, right? So this ultimately means the energy is up to him. It's in his favor. It's free will to choose what he does about this potential cycle he's in. Unfortunately, he has chosen to be in reverse and the upside down. His intellectual aspect is the Five of Swords in reverse, which is like a leap of faith, or looking before you leap, prepared to fly, but it's in reverse. So he has everything he needs, but if for some reason there's something holding him back in the fight, intellectually, he's in his own way, in his own head, maybe. He has the hanged man, or, you know, the divine yin yang understanding of things in reverse. So he doesn't have that. So in reverse, spiritually, this is a stubbornness of believing what you want to believe and thinking anyone who disagrees with you or is opposing you is the enemy or hates you or doesn't love you or something, when that's not the truth at all. He has the Ten of Swords in reverse in his physical game. This is defeat, a loss, falling off the mountain, starting over again, losing the tournament, having to go again next year and try all over again, losing the finals in sports, the playoffs, having to start over again next year. That's the Ten of Swords in reverse. He has the Ten of Spheres in reverse in his social game. This is a resistance to the natural movement of energies of, okay, you lost. And he's going to be very stubborn about that and saying this is... So it might go to decision and go in favor of Kyle Nelson, like a split decision. And he's going to think this is a robbery or something. Steve Garcia, maybe a lot of fans will too. Phoenix of Spheres here in reverse. Once again, holding on to the energies of his emotions and his love, and to not allowing the transformation of what he was and who he was, or how to deal with love or his heart and what that means and all that. Steve Garcia is in Upside Down Land for some reason, or Upside Down World or something like that. I mean, I could be completely wrong, by the way. But that's what I'm reading. That's what I've tapped into. But here it is. Final pick, 60% chance Kyle Nelson wins. I'm going to go up to possibly 65% chance Kyle Nelson wins, according to what I'm thinking. And I've tapped into. So Kyle Nelson is going to be my point, my pick out of this fight. Don't forget, if you have a gambling addiction, make sure you get help. Call one of those numbers or go to a psychologist or something. If you're... don't mind, please subscribe, like, and share, and all those amazing things, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.